or good afternoon, good evening. I I need to get myself readied up again. I was trying to I was making myself a little bit of chicken. I ain't gonna front, so I was a little unprepared when I was like, oh, I need to stream. So give me like a tiny moment. There. Yeah, I tuned a little bit of things on my God, shit. I just closed out video tube. Video tube. That's I forgot how you pronounce it, but yeah. So we got you. No, where's my Twitch chat? Give me a little bit. I need to find my Twitch chat. Twitch. Stream manager. Mute that. Alrighty. I am alive. Hello! But yeah, I haven't done much today. I ain't gonna front. I've just been doing like talk to friends, do little stuff in the background. That's kind of like what I've been doing the majority of the time. Is just doing background stuff. That's like nothing that's not gonna like, what do you call it? Here, let me do my usual stuff of just adding everyone. But yeah, I need to change my thing, to be honest. I'm currently in the fucking Discord. I am on Discord. So if y'all want to come in and chill, come in. I would welcome it. I'm only streaming for like an hour and then I am leaving, so I'm just gonna be chatting for the whole time. That is not the right image. Let me get back on Twitch. Here, I made myself a little bit of chicken, so yeah, there's that. There's that. There's you at everyone turned up. I got the I need to mute my stream so I don't overlap my talking too much. But yeah. So I'm just gonna chat and just chill for the majority of the stream. I'm gonna post this on YouTube as a VOD, by the way, so don't get frisky or else you're gonna be posted up. There. Mert. Here. If you guys don't mind, I'm gonna eat a little too before the NBA game, which, by the way, go on the Discord channel. There's gonna be something. A little surprise, some would say. But yeah. Here, let me grab the link. There. Just gonna post you into there. Sorry, y'all. I just need to do my little usual stuff of posting shits on stories. Because, by the way, I have released a video on my short form stuff. And also may or may not have changed my guy a little, so then he just occasionally blinks. Not occasional. But yeah. There. I don't care if there's like music with that. Anything else? Yeah. Twitter. I'm turned. There. So yeah, today I'm just gonna be chilling, talking a lot, because game 1 versus Knicks and Spurs is tonight, so that's why I'm on short time mainly. But yeah, here, let me get a little stretch. Oh yeah, a little new addition to the background as well, my beloved shit, bro. Why do they have to make like the only adult character in Lil Goody Two Shoes a fucking shopkeeper? Let me have her, please. I still want her to this day. That's my complaint with Lil Goody Two Shoes is give me Welma right now. But yeah, other than that, here, I'm gonna eat a little right about now. Let's see. Here. Sorry. I should probably get the Yeah, there. I got the website ready to go that I'm gonna use to watch San Antonio versus Spurs. Or San Antonio versus Spurs. San Antonio Spurs versus New York Knicks. I'm off right now. I'm feeling a little off. After all, I'm noticing some things on my dude that I can fix up. Like, there's like a little lump on the side of the head that I can get rid of. But yeah, how far I'm going. Well,
We messed up our first treasure demon.
yeah. There we go. Here we go. What's happening? June 13th. Get ready to turn up because I got big ol' karaoke planned for me, myself, and I, where me's gonna be playing the keyboard, myself is gonna be playing on saxophone, and I will be singing. Me, myself, and I are gonna be doing stuff. Yeah, I'm real excited because I love singing so much, but I kind of don't like karaoke's as much. I'm just doing it just so then I could be like, hey, I can sing, y'all, and do multiple stuff, kind of. That's why I'm doing the karaoke in the first place. Is to be like, I can do shit. That's basically it, but there's kind of like no harm in flexing my skill a little. I need to. It's like doing workout, basically, in my opinion. Or, you know what I mean by a little workout. I kind of want to be so much less jumpy. No, I need a... Here. Yeah, I like that. I like being... I think right here is good. I'm going to be bouncing on a crazy style this whole stream, so don't worry. Don't worry, viewers. I'll be bouncing. Crazy style. And I destroyed video too. That's like the third time I've done that today. I need to... There, I haven't minimized. But, yeah, I don't really have any playing game-wise this stream because, like I said, I ain't got nothing to play. But I do have a person I can ping. Because I can talk to viewers. I can still, if they want to, but I will ask someone of something to see if they're on or not. So we can actually have like a little chat. Instead of just we chatting, it's just me chatting. We're coming! Sure. Oh yeah, I'll show my boy some keyboards that I want because basically I have a little Akai MPC. Hold up, let's see what it looks like because I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the Akai MPK Mini, which is just it's like a little keyboard that has like some knobs, some controllers, some stuff like that. But it feels like ass. It just straight ass. That's the best way to put it. Like, yeah, this is the one I got. This is the one. There. I'll show y'all the thing. There. This is what it is. This, I don't really enjoy, to be perfectly honest. I don't like it. The keyboard itself is very mushy. And, very mushy keyboard. I just don't like the feeling of it. And that's like my main reason to use it. But yeah. That's like what I wanted to show off was that. But yeah, hold it. Let me get another chicken in my system. Ah, cool! Gable with their friends sold 2 million copies just now. That's cool. Cause that's word. Gotta put a bomb in it. Put a bomb in it. No. I'm thinking of the fucking bit. Put a screw on it. But yeah. Alright, yep. Man, dude, I really want. You guys, I might make a cover of one of these songs eventually. By eventually, I mean in the very near future, because I can make music. I can do all that. It doesn't have to be like a fancy motion graphic. I'm gonna make it like probably a picture of myself. So face reveal with that. That's gonna be in reference to me, really, or to the album that I'm going to be covering. Or the not album, whole thing, but like it might be Marvin Gaye, it might be Stevie Wonder, most likely Stevie Wonder, because I think the song I really want to cover is called Superwoman, Where Were You When I Needed You? This song, great. I already know all the chords for it. I already know the lyrics. I just know the song. I love it. This is my favorite Stevie Wonder song by far. Just because of how like crazy it is. Because sorry if I'm talking a lot. This is gonna be VOD watchers. It's gonna be really boring since I'm probably gonna be just chatting for the whole stream. But I just love this song so much. In my opinion, because I really like the themes of it. I like the conversation piece that's having. But yeah. Nonetheless, I fuck with Stevie Wonder a lot. I fuck with blind people a lot. They're good musicians, in my opinion. In my opinion. But suffice it to say, if you want to get into like music, truly get in it through rap music. Rap music is so good, in my opinion. Rap music, jazz, R&B, it's like all such good genres. Because if you can listen to jazz, you can listen to like a lot of albums. Like it just opens so much variety for you. And it just expands your taste bud or your earbuds really. Not earbuds, but the here. Sorry, I need to readjust my headphones because I kind of been pressing my hair a lot. But yeah, I like the first part more, but the second part of the song is great too. All I'll say is that I'm going to be singing this on stream eventually. Because, oh yeah, bro, you guys, last year, it was my first time in choir. First time ever. And my choir teacher had the gall to put me in as the main antagonist of the whole show. Which, let me see if I can accidentally dox myself. Because we did a musical. I'm just double checking. I'm researching real quick to see if it. Alright, I don't think there's any way to dox me. I did Back to the 80s. And I had to, mind you, first musical, and I was the main antagonist. Because I was kind of the only one that's big. Or like, muscular, I should say. Because there is a secret account out there where you can see how big I am. By that I mean how much smaller I've gotten now. Because I didn't do wrestling this year. Just destroyed my system. But yeah, I did. Oh. I'm sorry for eating on stream. I'm sorry. I don't like to eat because I feel like I'm being rude. I'm like, yum, 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 yum. I'm having food. I'm having food. Nom, 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 nom. Makes me feel like a dickhead. But back to the 80s. Main antagonist, first ever musical. And I was so worried that I had all my lines memorized 3 months before the musical. But oh my god, that whole thing was a shit show. Because this is my choir director's first time dealing with this. He's he came out of retirement. He literally did that and just went like, yeah, I'm gonna do a musical. So first musical. Secondly, my first musical. And then thirdly, everyone else in the musical, it was just a shit show. Because right before the whole thing, one of the side characters, or one of the people that had like a whole side plot to his stuff, he got a concussion. Because you want to know how? He ran into the fucking mic arm, or the weights, and just destroyed it. It was so funny hearing about that. Because I don't know how he did it, mind you. I don't know how. He just done it. Hold up, excuse me. But damn, I need my viewer count on. I'm gonna be honest, I feel way less anxious having it on than off. But, so, that's the first thing. And then, during that, no one remembered their lines! Everyone kept on forgetting shit, including me. I'm not faultless. I'm certainly part of the problem. And not only that, during that week, I had the worst thing of like, okay, there was also competition scholarship going on at the same time, and wrestling was starting up. So like, after wrestling practice, I did like wrestling 2 weeks, and I just quit because I didn't enjoy it. But during those 2 weeks, I was fucking dying each time, and then I'm like, fuck, I stink, bro. I gotta put on like cologne or something. I put on cologne, and then I had to change into my set clothes. I had to get in makeup. Dude, it just sucked booty hole, bro, while I was doing that. Because, mind you, I had to get like, I bought myself makeup so then I could learn it. And I never really used it until the musical. That's when I really started using the makeup. And then during that whole period, we managed to pull through somehow and get the whole show under 2 hours. In which I had to... My first performance was in front of elementary kids. Actually, no. Fuck that. It wasn't in front of elementary kids. It was in front of my parents. Or, not in front of my parents. Sorry, my dad wasn't there. Because I'm still playing Where's Waldo with them to this day. But hold on. Let me get my train of thought back. Yeah. It was my mom and sister. They seen the first show. Dog, that shit was so ass. Because people were either... The only thing I would fault is that the main actor, the protagonist, he wants to say one specific thing. And that one specific thing would have been like, how we're gonna party like it's 1999. He never said that. So I'm like there. He's like, alright. And then he just looks at me. He's like, hold on. He's just, boy. But that, hold on. Like, let me grab myself real quickly so then I don't like lose it. But so that's one of the first things. He would just be like, boy. And I'm like, dog, say the fucking phrase and I'll be out there. And then luckily by Friday, he was like, oh, okay. And then we're going to party like it's 1999. Then I walk on as my entrance cue. There's that. That's the only thing I remember being mad about. And then secondly was the just insanity of everyone else just having to learn. We had to learn like I had to learn 2 dances for this musical too, for Footloose and Love Shack. Footloose, I was able to just stand around and not do anything and just focus on singing until the chorus. And then singing it, I didn't realize how loud I could be. Because I was so loud to the point where... Wait, oh, I never got my musical... Oh, okay, I'll complain that to the school later. Hold up. But... Spot 10. The musical itself was a shit show because of that. And then this is also the choir director's first time holding a musical at our school. Not his first musical, because he's done this show before. But first time working with us, realized how fucking rowdy we were. We are not like the best people. Like, because for one of the musical rehearsals, me and all the guys skipped it because we were like, give us communication. But then after that, I showed up to every single one. And then after that, during the musical, on Friday, what I had to do was I performed the musical, and then I had to go down 2.5 hours to the college I'm going to for this college competition, in which I had to do an interview with fucking Legos and play a game. That was a scholarship competition right there. And then afterwards, this is now Saturday. So now I'm in this hotel. I wake up, I go to the second scholarship competition in which I have to just do interviews and then do usual scholarship competition things. It was a shit show that week. And then after that, I had to get back my house 2.5 hours away, and then I have to get ready for the musical, and then I was ready to go, like sing and do my musical as the main antagonist, in which the dude that was kind of like the narrator, he was really pissed off. He was a senior like me, and he was like, he didn't get the main role like he wanted, so he just pouted and was bitchy the whole time, which I'm like, I certainly get it for the first few rehearsals, but after that, bro, lock the fuck in. Lock the fuck in. You got a whole rehearsal to do now, and you can't be bitching and moaning about it. But yeah, that's that part of the musical, and then on top of that, it was relaxing from there because I had to do Sunday and yeah. During the musical, when I was performing it, I'm a loud person already. Like on OBS, I'll give you context. Here, I'm gonna turn off all my filters or everything real quickly. So if there's a way, if I can, actually no, my mic isn't picking me up too well, but I do have a compressor on me right now. So whenever I'm like loud, I don't like accidentally be too loud, which hopefully that's not coming across on stream. Excuse me. But during the musical, I had a little goof ups here and there, and the musical itself was fun. Like, it was stressful, but it was like just fun. Like, I wish I could do another musical just way more professionally done. Instead of like, oh, here we go, Daisy. But yeah, there's me getting covered in makeup the whole time. And yeah, the musical, like us, the leads, we were all good. There's me, the love interest, and the protagonist. The protagonist, it fit him. It really did. You know, he's a sophomore. It worked. I thought it worked. I was a senior. Like I said, I was big enough to where I was like, I appeared jockish and dumb. To where I was able to probably improv and riff off of the main protagonist at some point. But we didn't have the time to do it. Because the first night, the first night of the musical, I just looked out and I just see this crowd of people. Oh my god! Wait, there's more to this week. I forgot, but on top of that, the on Friday, or on Thursday, I looked out. Oh my god, sea of people, just a sea. That shit spooked me when I saw that. I was like, huh? Oh my god. But man, I managed to get to do that in District Band for. I managed to get to do District Band on top of all of that, which is crazy to me. I think I auditioned around that. Damn, hold up. Let me look at my calendar because I probably have written down. Because I could tell you the exact date all this shit was happening. No, not all that. Let's see. Elementary show, musical practice that was the last one. Workshop, teaching, yeah. Oh yeah, I did a teacher's workshop. That was a unique time too. It was fun. Oh man, I'm looking back at my calendar. It was a shit show this year, to say the least, for me. Cause I I filled out like a few honors papers. I'll be honest, I'm glad I'm not an honor for any college. Cause hey, I'm not really good at advertising myself when it comes to that type of advertisement. I like to this is the type of stuff I do. Where I'm like where I get to relax basically. But if I have to like, describe myself in 500 words, I'm like, fuck, how do I do this? When I'm like, I'm very wordy as a person, just naturally. I like to express myself a lot with my body language, with the topics I like to talk. Like, I don't know if you guys can hear me, but whenever I talk about music, there's just a glee the whole time. And I'm like, I just love talking about that. But whenever I have to do it in 500 words, I'm like, how do I do that? How? How do I compare it to myself to the stuff I like? But yeah, there's that. There's just straight insanity of senior year overall, which for me, it wasn't as much as it was insane. It was more so, it was just a lot of things going on at once that I wasn't told about. That's like the one thing I'm still mad about is that no one really like told me what to do. Not told me, but it should have been like, hey, you're a senior, expect this stuff to come. It's going to be like a freight train when everything's like, oh wait, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, you gotta do this, and that. Or it's like the first half of the year I was like that. Cause my first half of the year I did full 8-hour schedules each day. And the first half was bonkers, to say the least. I was always kind of the strange kid. So yeah, there's that, just being already kind of strange amongst my community. And then on top of that, there being like senior year. What can I there if I could say senior year in a note, it'd be like senior year was chaotic. That's it. It was just full on chaos. But after the second half, because I did so much new shit, it didn't feel much as a sprint to me, honestly. Because people in my school are allowed to like take out. We have block scheduling, so it's like hour and a half classes. So we were allowed to take either the first 2 hours off or the last 2 hours, and I did neither. I did neither, and that shit was hard. But oh my god, was it worth it? Because that's how I learned Premiere Pro, was because of video production. Forgive me, I'm eating chicken right now. But there's that. It's just chaos. chaotic. I love video production. Love doing that class. Me and my band director are still tight like that, and me and my choir director actually. Me and my choir director actually pays me to do his yard work, which is really cool. He's he's both of those guys are really excited to see what I do because I'm gonna be honest. I picked up piano so then I can learn jazz. Picked up saxophone because I just like playing the instrument. Same thing with piano. Like playing it. Learned it in my sophomore year of high school. That's where I got like really introduced to it and realized I just loved it so much. Like I'm glad that my dad got me the Akai MPC Mini 3, but I just need to upgrade. It feels like I'm scrunched in a box, scrunching between walls whenever I don't have like any time to like stretch out my hands, do crazy chords. Because yeah. I also got in the real book this year too, but yeah. What things did I do this year other than just really master music, master all the creative arts that I wanted to do? Yeah, my final. Oh yeah, I got to do duet with my band director. That was a great moment. I love doing that duet. It was the last song of the night, and we played. I'm pretty sure I talked about this on stream already, but we played Harlem Avenue by Greg Fish. He. This is just sax too. Hold up. This is what we had played here. I played the melody part. This part. Yeah, this is also one of my. I really enjoy this song. It was fun playing it because we didn't do tenor sax and tenor sax. We did Barry and Barry because I was a Barry sax player for my band, and with that the piece me and the band director had 2 rehearsals. That's it. That's how we did it, and we just thug it out on. We thugged it out. I had a little goof up with mine, but that's it. I'm glad. I think my mom has a recording of the song of me and Rhodes performing it. But yeah. Oh. Oh my god. Sorry. I'm experiencing a little gut pain due to consuming of dairy since I'm lactose intolerant. But that's because I want to just be tanking that shit. But yeah. Yeah, the song is in okay, more about the song. The Harlem Avenue by Greg Fishman is in 12/8 in the first place. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There. But yeah, that's kind of like the downbeat. And that ending's great. Because me and my band director just went so slow. Alright, here, I need my mini back up. Because, alright, I pause the music right now. Just so I can explain this. But me and the band director went. We slowed down so much at the end. Because it was like. Da 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 da. It is so great. But yeah, here. I'm gonna turn on just a random playlist for What's Going On. Or sorry, What's Happening, Brother by Marvin Gaye. But yeah, I'll be honest. I've always had an avid interest in jazz, but the thing that really locked it in was by listening to rap music. Now, hear me out. I actually got really into my starting my musical deep dive, I think. What would it be? I think it was the sophomore. No, not sophomore year. Summer. I wasn't actually starting to listen to a lot of music until I think it was April. Yeah, March 2 years ago. Where in my sophomore year, I was just doing nothing, and we were at this other house, and I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to listen to this album that I seen on, or I was gonna listen to this song named of Earthquake, which I was like, or I remember hearing about that, and then because of like, you know that React show? Hold up, React show Igor. Excuse me, Igor. No. React show Earthquake, because this was 2019, so I was like 11 or 12 at that point, and I watched the React kind of like, God, I can't find the original video, but it's a React channel where they just react stuff, and it was those same guys that tried to copyright the word react. So if that helps you in finding the video, please do. But I was listening, I remember listening to that, and then the thing that really clicked it was I watched this guy that did the theory, or him explaining how how Igor was cycle. It was like a YouTube short thing. Igor being a cycle. Yeah. Here, let me eat my chicken real quickly. Yeah, here it is. So the video that I watched so long ago, it was Dissect Podcast, where they said Igor's a musical loop. Let me finish my food. Sorry. I'm coming back. So, I watched that video. I was like, okay, cool. And then I forgot about it till a year after, I think, or several months later. I was like, no, fuck it. I'm going to listen to Igor. And then I just heard that B flat chord, or that fuzzy B flat sound. That here, I will play like a little second of Igor, and then I'll turn back to my regular music. But yeah, just that chord right there. And oh my god, it is so beautiful. I love Igor's theme so much. But yeah, that chord right there, and then just the drums kicking in. I think like right here. Yeah. Once I heard those drums and just this sound, just, oh, I loved it from the start. I was like, just this world of sound that was presented to me that Tyler the Creator had made. It was so beautiful. And then listening to that whole project, it was just magic is the best way to describe it. Very magical to me. It was my first time being that immersed into a record, and I will credit Tyler Creator as the person that has gotten me into music to this day. I love Tyler Creator's music because he mixed so much like musical complexity, in my opinion. Like, when I say musical complexity, I mean like his chords, his sounds, his synths, his kind of general profile. It presents these kind of complex ideas, but in a way it's digestible. That's kind of how Tyler the Creator was the main person that got me into rap music because I discovered what's the album name? I discovered Flower Boy, then I discovered Call Me Get Lost, then I discovered way more about rap from there. I listened to Kendrick Lamar, I listened to Kanye West before he got his music really badly tarnished. Vultures was bad still to this day. I don't think I'll ever listen to that. I listened also to DJ. It made me realize about samples once I started listening to like more Kendrick Lamar stuff because of the band September and Zana Avunta, where here they used this song as a sample. Ninth Wonder, he didn't use this part, but it's just once I heard this part, it was so beautiful. Oh wait, no, I think they took. Oh, this is the part where he samples like right here. He takes this whole part and just chop it around. But in general, this song, this is how it started, kind of like exploring more music. Just because of that, and then TikTok and Instagram were recommending me music. TikTok still recommends me a lot of smaller hip hop producers, but then I listened to a lot of rap until I started listening to a lot of hip hop instrumentals around the middle to beginning of last year, 2025. Actually, more middle-ish. I started listening to like Nujabes, Jay Dilla, MF Doom's instrumentals. Then that's where I got my initial kind of more into instrumental side, and then I listened to a little bit of Pharrell, and finally, to wrap it all up, to get myself back into jazz, I started listening to jazz. I think, give me a little bit to think on that. I started listening to jazz again, and well, a little bit while I was listening to rap music mainly, but jazz was kind of like a side piece before it became like my main kind of like consumption of music. Well, jazz fusion mainly, but I listened to a lot of rap music, and other things kind of add on. Yeah, I started listening to jazz music around, I would say around no, yeah, around August this year, August to July, because I was starting to get back into like piano playing a lot during the summer. I like to practice a lot of my piano now, not as much as I did last summer, because last summer I taught myself all my keys, but that's a different side. I'll tell you guys that side adventure. But oh, sorry, excuse me. I learned all the songs. I started picking up jazz, and then during January, my I managed to get to TA with my band director, and I just helped around with fifth graders a lot with their saxophones when they needed it. But man, me and him would just talk about music the whole time, or like jazz music, and now it's kind of. And then during April this year, I transitioned from listening to a lot of jazz fusion, to just now kind of like R&B and just 70s, 60s music, I would say in general. That's more geared towards like black audience, because I like that sound profile way more than I would like wider music, to be honest. I don't like it anymore. But yeah, that's my kind of foray into music. I I've had a crazy journey with music over the past 2 years. but it's truly kind of like reflected what I love. What I love and what I don't like, and just like exploration as a all. I love music, if you could tell. But other than that, also got I also taught myself. When I say taught myself, I learned saxophone. I already learned one instrument before this, so don't worry. It's not like I'm fresh off the scene. I'm like, what the fuck is this? But what? Sorry, but I during that time where I said I was picking up jazz for the first time was or second time. Sorry, I I was taught piano a little bit by my choir director, the last one before she got replaced with my current one. But she was kind of lax, but I was pretty ambitious and I learned So What by Miles Davis. For like 4 months I kind of like just taught myself So What and how to like improv on it. And hi Daisy. There. You're good. But I taught myself once the class was done, I I was like kind of like getting myself started back up during junior year. I last summer, yeah, last summer, because the summer before that, I got myself a free piano off of Facebook Marketplace, which was it's kind of beaten up now because of me just disassembling it, but it was pretty nice for a free piano. I tried to tune it, which still is a pain in the ass to this day. But so I'd say I taught myself jazz mainly on piano because I just didn't enjoy playing alto sax too much. And after that, I have let's see, I have taught I taught myself all 12 major keys, like from C to C on circle fifths. I can play any scale that you want me to. Like I can do it right now. I can open up FL Studio and go on my keyboard and play that shit. All 12 keys. All 12 major keys. But but now I'm at the point where I'm kind of teaching myself how to play on saxophone or like listen again. Listen to a song and be able to like improv over it on saxophone. Alto sax. And and also I'm keeping up with piano skills because I just enjoy piano. In which I posted a TikTok story of myself playing All the Things You Are, which now I've changed it so much to where I can like, or I wasn't like as good. Like it feels cool to be able to say that now because I'm like, oh, now I play less like a beginner where I have to like have the pedal pushed down all the time. I can like let go of the pedal, and I know when to do that, or like when I want the effects, or when I want to do like a glissando up going instead of going like da, or I just went da da da. I overused one thing, but then now I don't. I kind of know when to use it. And it's just it feels good looking back at it and being like, wow, I didn't realize how ass I was at piano. But yeah, that's kind of like my foray into jazz music, and and my birthday gift was actually the real book, in which now I kind of written a little bit on Autumn Leaves to where I can like transpose the song however I want, which I was learning how to do that in the middle of the year just because I taught myself. I was like, huh. Let's pull up a sheet of All the Things You Are, actually. Nah, I'm pretty sure I can go on Internet Archive right now and just show y'all. Here. Alright, no. Wasn't that? I meant to look up the real book, 6th edition. Which I told my I told my choir director this. I was like, oh yeah, Autumn Leaves. He was like, oh yeah. I'm like, yeah, I managed to play it all. I managed to play the song in like any key I wanted to. I was like, wait, what? I didn't realize how fucking hard that was until I told him that. I was like, he was like, that's like really hard. I'm like, no. And then he just shows me with like the most shocked expression. It was so weird. I'm not used to like that, but then once I told him that, he was like, Jesus Christ. This guy is good on piano. Or like good at figuring out music. To where now he just like he wants to know how I'm doing. He wants me to pursue music. My band director wants me to pursue music. Because my band director was like, hey, he didn't say the suite number 3 was super hard. Just so then I didn't like, what do you say? I didn't just fall flat on my confidence, but he was always like so supportive when I was learning that piece. And with that, even though I got a 2 at state, that dude was so freaking proud of me. He's like, because he didn't say it till afterwards. That's the part I'm glad. And I literally cried when he said I did a good job, because I haven't heard him said like, you did a great job. That's oh man, that gets me a little choked up too now. Streamer, make me cry. Fuck you. But once my band director told me that I did great, I literally cried. I couldn't. I just couldn't. Because I always kind of like, I've always kind of just been like momentum pushing forward all the time. No stopping. No stopping the train. We gotta keep on going. But once that ended, man, that was just sad. Because I love the competition. I love festival music, truly. I love playing music at a level, I should say. Or being considered at that level. Because I don't know, I just liked being rated, I should say. Even though I didn't get the grade that I thought I could have gotten, I'm so proud that I did that. But yeah, alright. You guys, I'm gonna head off. I want to now eat in peace. Great seeing y'all. Here, let me do my little outro beforehand, just so I could do this. Thank you guys for watching watching the stream. If it's any type of day, I hope you have a good day, great day even, I should say. I hope you have a greatest one. No, I'm playing, but I hope y'all have a great day. I am going to be watching game 1 of the NBA Finals. I was going to take the day off, but then I was like, fuck. I posted on Shorts that I'm going to be playing. Fuck. So yeah, I'm going to be heading off. Anyone that came by during the stream, thank you. And to anyone watching this VOD, thank you so much. I get these VODs are really fucking long, to be honest. I get it. But I'm glad nonetheless. Alrighty, my socials are down below. Zorando _0 on most platforms, or all platforms, I think. Let me check Twitter. Because I think that's the exception. Zorandes is the exception. Zorandes is the exception to that rule, because I need to change my Twitter name, to be honest. But the front name is Orlando. And it should be of Michael John... sorry, not Michael Johns.